Yo, all right. What's going on, everybody? It is now officially 2026, and today we're going to be talking about why relationships don't last. I know, I'm sure it's been a long year for everybody. Right now, I'm recovering from whatever the fucking super flu is. I'm probably gonna have to blur that out. But man, when you have the super flu, you want to die. Like, you're in bed, like hot, cold, coughing, wheezing, can't breathe. Like, it's bad. But yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so the problem we have as a society, um, is just social media. With social media, we feel like we have options, and that's a bad stigma to have. Social media makes it feel like there's always a better option out there. So instead of like fixing problems you may have in a relationship, you just think, oh, I can do better. But in the past, like relationships were especially built on effort, not really convenience. So the moment things get uncomfortable, people leave. All right, let me tell you something. So this thought constantly crosses my mind, but at the end of the day, I really just look at it from a whole perspective, and I feel like I found like the girl for me, and like there's like very few negatives, and it's just like no one's gonna be like 100% perfect because we're humans. No human is perfect. So when you find like your match, you really just gotta work through it, and that's my perspective on that. Okay, the next fact: attention is cheating without touching. So an example, some examples are liking photos, DMing, the term just a friend, secret accounts. People say it's not really cheating, but emotionally it is. You can't build trust while trying to entertain backups. And that's the issue. A lot of people leave the doors up, like open. Um, I really, from my perspective, I've had exes that try to make me unfollow, like all the girls that I have like on Instagram, and to me, that's controlling. I feel like you gotta be in a place where um, you basically have to like cut it out yourself. Because when the girl's trying to make you do that, then that's basically the girl trapping you. Because like you really just, it's got to be like you read the room type, you know. Let me tell y'all something. So if a girl is like ever emotionally manipulative, like towards you, so I had an ex that would basically like cry and say she had like a dream of me cheating, and basically that was her reasoning to like make me cut out everyone. And just even if you're trying to make something work, don't go in for that, because that's never a good sign. That and like just a girl that does that is just like it makes no sense, because like she doesn't have your best interests at heart, and she don't really trust you. Because if she trusted you, she would like, I don't know, maybe she would have a conversation, like, you know. But she's just straight up doing that, crying and doing all that. Yeah, just leave, bro. Just leave. I know that kind of doesn't really coincide with what I said about working through problems, but that ain't a problem. That is that is like the the problem. The girl is the problem. It's not like minor problems you're trying to work through. All right, next part. Nobody wants to grow anymore. Everybody wants someone perfect, but nobody wants to really become better themselves. Real love is really two imperfect people trying to grow together, not two perfect people trying to like impress each other. So once you know the difference, you really just like keep it in your mind and you just use it as like fuel and motivation to improve your situation. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some advice now. You want to also grow in a relationship. Um, you don't want to be completely reliant on this person and doing everything with them. You want to grow as a person. You want to go to the gym, have a healthy balance. You need to get out the house, go do social things with your friends. You can't just be that guy that, oh, cuts off your day ones after you get a girlfriend. Like, no, you're a lame, bro. Don't do that. Um, Healthy balance and healthy lifestyle, and you'll just be happy. It's really just that. Next, people are emotionally exhausted. We're often tired, overstimulated, burnt out, or constantly online. So instead of communicating, people will just like disappear. Ghosting replaces closure, and silence replaces honesty. And to me, this is my biggest issue. I often get burnt out, and I get tired, and I get pissed off, and I need my alone time. And if I don't get my alone time, um, I will honestly like it. Kind of annoys me, and it kind of thinks my girl don't got my best interests at heart, and that can really put a strain on the relationship. But you really gotta learn um, the healthy boundaries and how to organize so you don't get into those spots. Because you might think isolation is a good, um, healthy option, but it's not the healthiest. Because you're putting your girl in a spot where it's like she's feeling like she's putting the strain on you, but it's like know the time and place. Confusing love with dopamine. If someone doesn't excite us every day, we think love is gone. But love isn't constant excitement, it's consistency, stability, and safety. Dopamine fades, commitment doesn't. So once you know the difference between that, you really have the foundation for a healthy relationship. And it's a teamwork, it's a partnership, it's a it's a house you're building together. I feel like in today's society, we're always chasing those highs. It's really enrooted in our culture. I feel um, like gambling, gaming, just partying with friends. You're just always chasing those highs, and it's really not the best in a relationship. All right, final thoughts. Um, the problem isn't people don't want love anymore. The problem is people don't want the responsibility. Um, the responsibility is just too much for people, for their daily habits. They don't want to change. They always have the mindset that they can do better. They always think, oh, I shouldn't settle. And they don't want to change their habits, like DMing, liking photos and stuff. Basically, all that online stuff. And yeah, they just don't want to give it up. If you're living that Playboy lifestyle, I ain't really worried. I'm not judging you. That's how you want to live. But this is just from someone who's in a happy relationship, and I just wanted to make a little YouTube video on it. Just cause, if you guys have any topics or anything, I do want to upload some more videos. Just type them in the comments, and I probably will do it. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching.